So right now, our first race is going to be the Bald and Fuji Bandoleros, and it is season championship night here tonight. And this is the closest battle in our point standings currently, as the 7 of Sam Douglas has a 4-point lead in front of the 15 of Jedrick Sidler, who is 4 points behind him. So Sam Douglas with 734, Jedrick Sidler with 730. Sam Douglas with 3 wins, Jedrick Sidler with 2, and 7 top 5s for the both of them. Also, we got some special events coming to the racetrack, not racing related, but we have the Show Me Chaos Truck Show coming on October the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe, that weekend. And on October the 11th, it is the Drift Car weekend on October the 11th. Find us on our Facebook page. So not sure if the So here we go. This is going to be an exciting one, fans. These two are racing for the championship. Heat race points go 10 for first, 9 for second. These two have put on some great races throughout the season. Great sportsmanship by both of them, as both of them have mentioned whatever happens tonight, all they want is to have fun. That's what it's all about. But tonight we will announce a championship, and then here in a couple weeks, keep an eye on our Facebook page as we will announce our banquet for 2025. But right now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Bald and Bougie Bandoleros. Once again, two great young men right here battling it out for the heat race. It'll be the 7 of Sam Douglas out of Lebanon, Missouri, and the 15 of Jedrick Sidler out of St. Charles, Missouri. Here we go. John Shelton, the flagman, giving a 1 to go. Whites will be going off. Green flag this time. Bald and Bougie Bandoleros, the new class for 2025. Looking to see this class grow throughout the offseason, but these two have been great racers throughout the season. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Sam Douglas out front now, 7 to 15. Jedrick Sidler sitting in second. These two cars do not have transponders on them right now, as we had to use the transponders for the vans. But right now it is Sam Douglas out front in the 7 to 15 and Jedrick Sidler in second. Oh, here comes Sidler. He got loose there on the front stretch. Sam holding that inside lane around the small track there that the minivans are going to be racing on for the Vandemonium later tonight, an hour-long race. Looking forward to that. Want to welcome everybody watching on Show Me Dirt Videos. Thomas Shaw, appreciate him. What a great relationship Thomas and Nichlas had throughout the racing years. And oh, caution will come out. We'll line them back up. Well, with two cars with 2 cars. They get to line up side by side again. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. All right, they're going to line up side by side. Once again, very competitive this season in this class. Bald Bougie Bandoleros. 4 points separate them going into the Knights Championship night. Here we go out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. 2 laps to go. Sam Douglas out front. In the 7, ooh, 15 of Sidler goes up high. He loses it. He goes around. Ooh, white flag is in the air. No yellow flag has been displayed. So it will be checkered flag for the 7 of Sam Douglas, the 15 of Jedrick Sidler coming home in second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming on the track now is the 417 Sports Card Chargers. This is how they will line up for their heat race. On the pole to be the 1 of Gary Barrows out of Grand Rapids Mill, Missouri. It'll be the 13H of Hayden Smith out of Lebanon, Missouri. Then will be the 59 of Michael James. The 2 of Ronnie Taylor. The 13 of Jaden Smith. The Nate Scribner and the 29. And then car number 23 out of Lebanon, Missouri. Nick Bradshaw. And Michael Jurgensen in that 23. Also in the 7 car, doing an exhibition race, one of Nick's buddies, Coondog, Bolton, Holton, Simmons out of Hartville, Missouri, in car number 7. Green flag is in the air. Jaden Smith out front in that 13, but here comes the 23 of Nichlas Bradshaw, Michael Jurgensen in that 23. 13 of Hayden Smith in second, the 7 of Holton Simmons in third. What a race there for fourth between the 1 of Gary Barrows and the 59 of Michael James. Nichlas Bradshaw, the 23. (13H) of Jaden Smith in second, the 13. Here comes the 7 of Holton Simmons. Holton Simmons in the 7. There you have it. The winner of the heat race will be the 23 of Nichlas Bradshaw, Michael Jurgensen, the 13 of Jaden Smith in second. And what about the run for the 7 of Holton Simmons? So we're waiting on Michael Jurgensen. We're waiting on Michael here. All right, heat race number 1 on the pole to be the 8 of Aaron Wilkie out of Brighton, Missouri. Will be the 6 of Ed Mangus out of Lead, Missouri. Row number 2 will be the 0 of Corey Hinson. On the outside will be the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Then it'll be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Out front with the 8 of Aaron Wilkie, the 0 of Corey Hinson, the 16 of Mike Shaddy, sitting in third. Aaron Wilkie still out front. Hinson in the 0 car in second, 16 of Mike Shaddy in that third spot with Ed Mangus in the 6 in fourth. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen in that 5th spot. So on the pole will be the 01 of Tony Johnson. Out of Lebanon, Missouri, on the outside will be the 33 of Riley Sharp out of Fairgrove, Missouri. Row number 2 will be Lebanon, Missouri's the 27, Dakota Scrivener. On the outside will be the 00, Chris Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri. Green flag is in the air. The 33 of Riley Sharp out front. The 01 of Tony Johnson in second. Here comes the 00, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson. Riley Sharp up front. The 00, Chris Johnson in second. The 27, Dakota Scrivener in third. Riley Sharp still out front. Chris Johnson in the 00 in second with Dakota Scrivener right on the back end of Johnson. Scrivener goes up the track a little bit. Here comes the 01 of Tony Johnson. Riley Sharp running a 17.924, 17.924. Chris Johnson with a 17.994, 17.994. Riley Sharp still out front. Single file around the racetrack as they go from 1 to 2. Chris Johnson still in second with the 27, Dakota Scrivener in third. The 01 of Tony Johnson in fourth. Riley Sharp in Little Charlotte from Fairgrove, Missouri. Past couple of weeks, he's had that Chevelle running good, but here comes the 00, Chris Johnson. Nick was a part of JNC Racing, and Chris is wanting to get a heat race win for Nick tonight with one more lap to go. Down the backstretch they go into the turn number 3. Look at the race for second between Sharp and Scrivener. At the line, it's going to be Chris Johnson, your winner. Riley Sharp second, Dakota Scrivener third, Tony Johnson fourth, and the 01 in fifth. So congratulations to the 00 of Chris Johnson. We have a lot of drivers doing double and some doing triple duty, so the way we line up the heat races by a 3-week point average, it wind up Dakota Scrivener in heat race number 2 of the street stocks and heat race number 1 of the Crown Vics. So 3 heat races for the Crown Vics. You're going to see a lot of Crown Vic racing. We weren't able to watch their heat races last week due to Mother Nature, but we're going to see them here tonight. Three heat races for the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics. Should be a great feature later on tonight. Don't forget, during our driver autograph session, In the infield on the track, we will have our Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic Cream Horn eating competition. So if you're over there in the wild side after our late model qualifying, you can make your way back over. I know we're having you walk a lot tonight. Get your exercise in for the last time here in the racing season. Hey, look up there on turn number 3. Is that Boss Hog up there from Hazard County? We got a limo up there on the wild side. Look at the backstretch up there on going into turn number 3 and tier number 2. They're having a big old party underneath the tree over there. Wild side, you guys having a good time over there? What about you grandstand side? You guys having a good time? Hey, I could hear you guys louder than I could hear the wild side. You guys ready for some Crown Vic racing? This class has been exciting. During the off season, we might have some exciting news coming at you that deals with Crown Vic racing and television. Just putting that out there. Here we go. He raced number 1 on the pole out of Marshfield, Missouri with a 69 of Chris Tender. On the outside from Mount Vernon, Missouri with a 17S of Drew Shull. Row number 2 on the inside from Gerard, Missouri will be the 44 of Jimmy Flannery. On the outside will be the 27 Dakota Scribner. Row number 3 on the inside from Cuba, Missouri. That'll be the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. On the outside with a 7 of Craig Shivers out of Falcon, Missouri. No start. Well, they're getting a little bit excited here. They're kind of getting excited. Green flag is in the air. Well, look at this. One of the track's funnest class right here. Look at this race for the lead. 3 cars paddling it out. Who's going to take lap number 1? We will go to our West Hole timing and scoring, and it will go to Dakota Scribner. Takes lap number 1, Drew Scholl. As yellow comes out for the 44 of Jim Flannery. Here we go. Lights are going off. Going green this time. Green flag is in the air. Dakota Scribner out front. Look at the 3-wide battle between Yvette, the 17, and the 69. Right now, Drew Scholl out front in that second spot with the battle for third between Tender then Eichelman. With Dakota Scribner out front, 2 to 3 car length in front of the 17 of Drew Scholl. Yvette Eichelman right on the back bumper of the 17S of Drew Scholl. So right now, great racing so far. A little flyover there. Dakota Scribner still out front, but look at the race there for second still. It's still Drew Scholl with a 0.035 lead, but going down the backstretch, Yvette Eichelman has the advantage. Going into turns number 3 and 4, she will slide in front of Drew. Slide job city, but Drew not able to hold on as Yvette Eichelman jumps up to that second spot. But right now it is all the 27. Dakota Scribner out front. White flag is in the air one more time around. Dakota Scribner will make his way out of turn number 4 for the final time. He'll get the checkered flag. Dakota Scribner, Yvette Eichelman, Drew Scholl, Chris Tinder, 44 Jim Flannery, and Craig Shivers come home in 6. Heat race number 2. This will be a good one right here. Once again, if you're sitting there in the stands and you'd like to get into racing action, we have a lot of entry-level classes for you to enter, whether it be a Charger, whether it be a Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic. But coming out from Stoutland, Missouri will be the 12 of Jacob Pendergrass. On his outside from Springfield, Missouri will be the 0 Ronnie Taylor. Row number 2 on the inside from Eldon, Missouri will be the 29 of Nate Scribner. On the outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be the 8 of Sierra Herden. Row number 3 on the inside will be last week's feature winner, the 4 Josh Hazel out of Waynesville, Missouri. On the outside of Bourbon, Missouri will be the 84 of Zachary Martin. The 8 Scribner out front now, 29 of 4 of Josh Hazel moves up to second to 12 of Jacob Pendergrass. Here comes the 8 of Sierra Herden, the Miss Queen of Real Estate. Jumps up to that 3rd spot. 8 Scribner, the 29 out front, the 4 of Josh Hazel in second. Here we go, look at this race for the lead. Nate Scribner. Watch his son get heat race number 1 from the staging area. Now he is on the track leading heat race number 2 with Josh Hazel, last week's feature winner. Gaining some ground there on your leader in the 8 of Sierra Hernan. What a season she's had. Here comes Josh. Get on the edge of your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a dandy as they come out of turn number 4. 3 more laps to go. New race leader. Here comes the real estate queen, Sierra Hernan, in that 8 car. She's right there in 3rd. Down the backstretch they go. Josh Hazel, Nate Scribner, Sierra Hernan, your top 3. Here comes Nate. He's going to kind of do the exact same thing, but Josh did, but not able to hold on. Sierra moves up to 2nd. What a move by Sierra. Oh, hold on to it, Nate. He got a little, whoa, he's getting those tires. Must have slicked off a little bit. Oh, my goodness gracious, what a heat race here. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for the 4 of Josh Hazel. The 8 of Sierra Hernan in 2nd. The 29 of Nate Scribner in 3rd. Josh Hazel out for your heat race winner. Sierra Hernan coming home 2nd. 29 of Nate Scribner coming home in 3rd. Heat race number 3 coming out. Once again, this ought to be a good one. On the pole from this one out of 11, Missouri. Running for his dad. In the 62 to be Bo Gile. On the outside it'll be Eldon, Missouri's 28. Jacob Merriman. Row number 2. Look at this row out of Richland, Missouri. Will be the 00 Tyler Brown. And ladies and gentlemen, making a return. Got a feature win on opening night. Runner-up in the points standings last year. He is back for some more out of Camden, Missouri. It'll be the 5 of Matt Hazel. Row number 3 will be Arthur Starnes out of Richland, Missouri. And the 77 of Josie Edwards out of Waynesville, Missouri. Green flag is in the air. Bo Gile out front. Here comes the 28, the Jacob Merriman. At the line, it is going to be Bo Gile, Jacob Merriman, Tyler Brown. Look at this, side by side for 2nd behind Gile. Brown on the inside, Merriman on the outside. With Arthur Starnes in the 87. It's still Gile, Merriman, and Brown. Down the backstretch they go now into turns number 3 and 4. Yeah, the line looking still, Merriman still In second, Tyler Brown, though, goes into turns 1 and 2 with the advantage. Down the backstretch they go. Bo Dial out front. Tyler Brown, here he comes. Will we have a new race leader at the line? No, it's still Bo Dial. Tyler Brown second, Jacob Merriman third. Look at these heat races in the Crown Vics. Oh, Tyler Brown getting a little bit of dirt track in there at the asphalt track. T10. Familiar name to the dirt surface, but he is doing well on the asphalt surface, side by side. Down the backstretch they go. Dial has the advantage. Brown on the inside carrying that momentum. It's still Dial, but look at the race for the lead. Here they come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. It's still Bo Dial. Woo-wee. What a race for the lead. Can Tyler Brown get it done at the lines? Bo Dial, Tyler Brown, Jacob Merriman, Arthur Starnes, Josie Edwards in the 5 of Matt Hazel. Wow. What a race. All right, we're getting ready now for our Hilltop Ranch qualifying. This is how they will line up. So qualifying will look like this. First car out will be the X48 of Mike Sloan. Mike Sloan out of Rolla, Missouri. Former late model track champion here. Will be in that 48 JDF Motorsports machine. Green flag is in the air for him. $14.959, 14.959. Lap number 2. 14.876, 14.876. That puts him on top of the speed charts. Coming out second from Huntsville, Alabama, the Hilltop Ranch, number 82, it's Presley Johnson. Presley Johnson, 2 top 5 finishes for him. August the 2nd with a 4th place finish. Then September the 13th last week, finishing in 2nd. his first time. 15.162, 15.162. $15.082, $15.082. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, now back on the track. Salute to 75, feature winner 2014, your 2019 late model champion. Has ran with us 2 times this season, August the 2nd with 3rd and August the 16th with a 2nd place finish out of Lead, Missouri. It's Brennan Willard. Brennan Willard scheduled to go dirt late model racing, but got rained out in the state of Illinois. Looked it down, high 44, and made it here in time tonight. 15.128, 15.128. $15.185, $15.185. Coming on the track right now is going to be the 07, Terry Liparopoulos. Terry Liparopoulos has ran with us 3 times this season. August the 2nd with a 7th place finish, August the 16th with a 5th place, and a DNS on last week. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, after qualifying will be our autograph session and our Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic eating competition. $15.724, $15.724. I'll put Liparopoulos 4th. So right now it's Mike Sloan, Presley Johnson, Brennan Willard, and Terry Liparopoulos. Now on the track right now will be the 57 of Ella Simpson. Ella Simpson out of Bolivar, Missouri, has ran with us 3 times this season. August the 2nd with an 8th place finish. August the 16th with a 4th place, and last week with a 5th place. $15.752. So I will put her 5th. On the track coming out now will be the 7 of Anthony Ross out of Independence, Missouri. Anthony Ross currently 6th in the point standings. Anthony Ross for the time is 16.622, 16.622. 16.217, 16.217. That puts him sixth. So right now it's Mike Sloan, Presley Johnson, Brendan Willard, Terry Liparopoulos, Ella Simpson, Anthony Ross. Coming out on the track right now in car number 23, in honor of Nichlas Bradshaw from Columbia, Missouri, it will be Trenton Masters. Trenton Masters running the late models and the Rolling Thunder. Got a feature win on August the 16th. .614, 16.614. .439, 16.439. Come on the track, that'll be the 27R, Joe Ross. Joe Ross out of Independence, Missouri, third in the point standings. Joe Ross jumps up to fourth with a time of 15.640, 15.640. A 15.330, 15.330. So that will move him up to that fourth spot. So right now it's Mike Sloan, Presley Johnson, Brendan Willard, Joe Ross, and Terry Liparopoulos, the top five. Top five will draw during our autograph session. So top five will redraw. On the track right now, last week's feature winner from Eldridge, Missouri, former Big Ten late model track champion, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Jimmy Phone with a time of 15.452, 15.452. .277, 15.277 for Jimmy Phone. So that moves him to fourth, Joe Ross to fifth. And our final car is last year's track champion, current point leader going into the season championship. It is the 91 Dylan Bates out of Little Charlotte, Fair Grove, Missouri. Second, fifth, quick with a time of 15.034, 15.034. And we'll see. Time of 15.050. So as it stands, it's Mike Sloan, Dylan Bates, Presley Johnson, Brendan Willard, and Jimmy Phone. The top five will redraw at the autograph session. So top five will redraw at the autograph session. We're going to get the track cleared. We're going to get ready for a big autograph session All the cars are going to come down onto the track, and we are going to get ready. And also for our Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic Creamhorn eating competition. 5 contestants will go down to the track. So if you're part of that, go down to the track. Meet us down there, and we'll let you in as soon as we get cars out onto the track.